Ben is now single because 5 weeks ago, Ben and his girlfriend Susie had a big fight. Susie called him names and Ben had enough, so he broke up with her. It was first time he broke up the relation. Susie got even more upset and started throwing things. Ben felt like time was moving slowly. After they broke up, Susie quickly found another guy to be with and seemed fine. Ben saw them together and wondered if Susie ever really liked him. Because she moved on so fast, Sean, one of his friends, told him to forget her and move on. Ben thought he couldn't have made Susie happy anyway, because she always thought other people were better. Sean suggested that Ben should date a more attractive girl to make Susie jealous. Sean was really good with women. To distract himself, Ben joined art classes. He had always liked making pictures of people, and he was really good at it. His drawing skill was so good that even surprised his teacher. Ben became an expert at making super realistic human portraits. People even praised, saying he was the best. However, at night, things were really tough for him. He couldn't stop thinking about the breakup, and whenever he closed his eyes, he saw memories of Susie. He couldn't sleep at all. Days went by, and he still couldn't sleep. Memories of his girlfriend made him depressed. Regret of breaking up, loneliness and pain was so unbearable, he decided to call Susie. He wholeheartedly asked for forgiveness and begged her to come back. He promised he wouldn't mess things up again. Even though he begged, Susie said no. After that, Ben felt even worse. He wished he could stop time and look at boobies to distract himself. He tried to stay busy by reading, watching movies, and going to different cities alone. But when night came, he couldn't sleep and could only think about the breakup. One night, he went to a local supermarket and saw a job offer for working the night shift. Ben sees this as a chance to keep himself busy for extra 8 hours and earn some money. So he quickly applies for the job. The next day, he talks to the boss, Mr. Jenkins, in an interview and gets the job. Ben feels really happy, like his life is going to change for the better. He gets used to his new job and notices how his coworkers pass the time in different ways. There's a cashier named Sharon who hides the clock, thinking time will go by slower if she look at it. Then there's Barry Brickman and his friend Matt Stevens. They play jokes on female customers, like putting funny items in their bags. Some customers are confused, but others find it funny and keep the items. The boss, Mr. Jenkins, seems to not worry about time and keeps working a lot. But Ben has a unique way of passing the time. He's really sad inside, so he disconnects from time and reality. It's like he can freeze time, his surroundings whenever he wants. Sometimes he's tempted to steal money and do naughty stuffs, but he controls these desires and uses this ability so he can improve his art skills. He loves drawing the female body and wants to keep his passion for art alive. He chooses random people and draws their portraits after gently having them undress. Ben doesn't have any bad thoughts about them. He just wants to keep his art alive. When he's done, he lets time start again by cracking his fingers. At least he's not sad or crazy anymore. Slowly, he started to move on from Susie. He spends a lot of time with his best friend Sean, who is very different from Ben. Sean only cares about trying to impress girls and getting laid. It turns out that Sean has been to all of the strip club in the city. One night while Ben is working, he meets Sharon, a cashier, in the locker room. Ben is crushing on her, but he's too shy to tell her. They have a nice moment together. Later, Matt surprises Ben by saying he asked Sharon to go to the movies with him. This makes Ben really sad, and he wonders why he is unlucky when it comes to girls. He remembers back when he was in school and fell in love for the first time. The girl was really smart and everyone liked her. She hurt her arm and had to wear a big cast. Classmates wrote nice things to cheer her up. Ben wanted to write something too, but he was too scared. A few days later, when the girl took off her cast, everyone saw that she had hair on her arm with cast. They laughed at her and she started crying. Ben went over to her and comforted her. He told her he would be there for her no matter what. They became good friends and then fell in love. One day, she asked Ben if he wanted to kiss her. He said yes, and they planned to meet at their favorite spot on the weekend. Ben was really excited because it was first time he was going to kiss a girl and couldn't sleep for days. But when the weekend came, she didn't show up. He was heartbroken. The next day at school, Ben found out that the girl had moved to another town with her parents. This was the first time he ever felt really sad and didn't know what to do. Now, in the present, their boss, Jenkins, gathers all the workers and says they have to play a friendly soccer game with his friends. Ben and the co-workers don't want to play, but they don't have a choice. During the game, their team from the supermarket loses by a lot because they don't know how to play well. The other team scores many goals, and it becomes 26-0. Ben gets tired of this and stops time to go to the locker room and relax. Suddenly, he sees someone else moving and running away. This makes Ben realize that he's not the only one who can freeze time. After some time, he comes back out and snaps his fingers. In the middle of the game, Matt accidentally hits the ball into Jenkins' face and he has to go to the hospital. Everyone else leaves, and Ben and Sharon are left alone. Then, they stop to have coffee together. Ben finds out that Sharon is actually single and that Matt was lying about her. They talk about their dreams and what they want to do. Sharon says she always wanted to meet an artist because she thinks they can see the real beauty in things. While they talk, it's clear they like each other. After their casual date, Ben walks Sharon home. He tries to kiss her but messes up by kissing her cheek instead of her lips. The next day, Jenkins says he's having a party for his birthday. Sharon asks Ben if he wants to go with her, and he happily agrees. Later, Jenkins talks to the guys and gives them different jobs to prepare for his birthday party. Ben has a job to do for the party. He needs to find a dancer, so he asks his friend Sean for help. He promises Sean he'll take him to the party if he helps. They go to a club, and Sean, who knows a lot about this stuff, finds a dancer for the party. The next day, Ben gets a call from someone who says they like his art and want to show it in their gallery. This makes Ben really happy, because no one appreciated his art before. But it turns out that this call was just a prank by his friends Barry and Matt. That night, Ben gets ready for the party and goes to Sharon's house. They're going to the party together, and when they arrive, it's already started. Sean got kicked out by a girl, Matt and Barry are dancing weirdly, and Jenkins is the DJ. Ben sees his ex-girlfriend Susie at the party. She's now with Jenkins' brother. Then the dancer arrives and makes the party more exciting, especially for Sean, who seems to know her from a long time ago. Ben goes to the bathroom and runs into Susie. She quickly tells him she wants to get back together. Ben doesn't want to because he's in love with Sharon now, but Susie keeps insisting. She even kisses him forcefully and Ben pushes her away. But when he turns around, he sees Sharon saw the whole thing, and she leaves. Ben rushes to Sharon's place to explain, but she's really mad and yells at him. Ben gets upset and leaves. Because of this, he again gets depression and insomnia. He lost the girl who helped him through his tough times. In the next part, Ben goes to the gallery with his best art, but the owner says they never had an appointment. Ben realizes he got tricked by Barry and Matt. When he was about to leave the place, the owner notices the sketches of Sharon and finds them beautiful. So, owner offers Ben a night to exhibit his art. A few days later, Sharon gets an invitation to Ben's art show. Even though she's mad at him, she decides to go. When she gets there, she sees that the art is all about her. Ben stopped making art of other girls and focused only on Sharon. She was the most special person to him, and he couldn't think of anyone else in that way. But how does he know exactly what my suckles look like? Ben tries to talk about what happened during the party, but Sharon stops him. She's realized how much he cares about her just by looking at his paintings. They share a romantic kiss right in the middle of the art gallery. In the last part, Ben uses his powers to stop everything around them. This time, even Sharon can move in this frozen world. They step out into the snow where lots of snowflakes are hanging in the air. Finally, the two people in love kiss again, and the movie ends on a happy ending. Comment: what would you do if you can freeze the time? And please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you for watching.